Sampung Taon ng Sakura or Juunen Zakura in Japanese that was originally performed by their Japanese parent group AKB48 was a song about nostalgia associated with graduation. Sakura has always been a symbol of hope, renewal, optimism, and impermanence of beauty in Japan. In this video, we are gonna be discussing MNL48's sixth single coupling song Sampung Taon ng Sakura and its original version by AKB48 coming up. 2009 was considered to be the breakout year for the phenomenal Japanese idol group AKB48. They started in 2005 and released their first single, Sakura no Hanabiratachi, in 2006, but since they were formed, the group struggled to gain an audience for their small theater in Akihabara, Tokyo, Japan. Now, back to 2009, their 11th single Juunen Zakura was released on March 4th of 2009, and as I have mentioned that 2009 was the breakout year for AKB48, it didn't happen until their 14th single River, which was released on October 21st of 2009, because River is considered to be AKB48's breakout song. In time for spring, a season in Japan when the cherry blossom blooms, which is also the time of the year when the school year ends, and therefore it's that time of the year when Japanese students will graduate from school. On March 4th of 2009, AKB48's 11th single Juunen Zakura was released. The whole message of the song is let's meet again after 10 years, because in time for the end of the school year and blooming of the cherry blossom in spring, Juunen Zakura is a graduation song. It's about leaving each other after graduation, and they will pursue their paths and they will age beautifully, and after 10 years they will meet again to catch up with each other. I have discussed this in one of my past videos about Talulot ng Sakura, and since this is again another Sakura song originally from AKB48, then let's discuss it again. In Japan, Sakura or cherry blossom tree symbolizes rebirth and signals the beginning of spring that is also in time for the graduation season. Sakura appears only for a very short time early in spring and then eventually falls and withers, meaning life is beautiful but impermanent and short. Sakura tells us the importance of living in the moment and appreciate things that we have while it is still there. And for the graduation season, Sakura also symbolizes hope and optimism as the graduating students embark on a new journey in their lives moving forward. AKB48 also has other singles with Sakura in the title, and those are Sakura no Hanabiratachi, in which we have an MNL48 version called Talulot ng Sakura. Next is Juunen Zakura, which is the song we are discussing in this video that is included as a coupling song in MNL48's sixth single River, Sampung Taon ng Sakura. Another one is Sakura no Shiori, which means Cherry Blossom Bookmark, which is also another graduation song. And the fourth is Sakura no Kininaruo, which means let's become cherry blossom trees, which the song is about an old friend who died on the day of her graduation. Sakura no Hanabiratachi was released on February 2006. Juunen Zakura was released on March 4th of 2009. Sakura no Shiori was released on February 17th of 2010, and Sakura no Kininaruo was released on February 16th of 2011. This means all those Sakura songs are intended for graduation because they were released in time or before the spring season begins and the school year ends. And now let's discuss the Juunen Zakura music video. While the song itself was released in 2009, the plot of the music video itself is set in 2019, which is 10 years after the release of Juunen Zakura, which is the main message of the song, to meet each other again after 10 years. At the beginning of the music video, there were the grown-up AKB48 iconic centers, Maeda Atsuko and pregnant Yuko Oshima. Achan was reading a letter allegedly coming from an old friend, and the other girls are catching up with each other, asking each other how they have been and wonder if the other girls they have in school will show up. And the girls were reminiscing the fun and at times stupid things that they did back in high school. We see there in the music video that AKB48 was having a good time doing typical classroom activities that they did in school 10 years ago, and the colorful background added to the youthfulness of the scene plus the upbeat tempo, making it a fun and lively song of nostalgia. This shows that you have to go on after graduation, and the music video is a contrast of both happy and sad themes. The letter that Maeda Atsuko was reading was about an old friend that didn't show up, and Maeda was wondering how she had been and how she has been doing. So, as fun and lively as the song goes, is an underlying sad message that there are friends that you might meet again after 10 years or more, and there are some that you might never meet again. In 2012, juunen Zakura center Maeda Atsuko graduated from the group and had a successful solo career after AKB48, and even before she graduated from AKB48, she already started a solo career in which she announced at the AKB48 handshake event at the Nagoya Dome. Maeda Atsuko's solo debut single was Flower, and she also starred in various movies. In 2018, Maeda Atsuko was married to a Japanese actor, Ryo Katsuji, and surprisingly, Maeda gave birth to their first child, a son, on March 4th of 2019, which coincides with the 10th year anniversary of the release of Juunen Zakura, a song that she centered 10 years ago. And on April 2021, Maeda announced that they have already divorced. And now, let's discuss about MNL48. On March 1st of 2020, during MNL48's event, MNL48 First Generation Festival held at Movie Stars Cafe, they made an important announcement. And that is the announcement for the sixth single coupling song Senbatsu, and that is the first time that it happened. In the past singles, MNL48 teams auditions for the B-side track or coupling song, like for instance, when MNL48 Team L got Umiindak na Saya and Igay ni Mango coupling song, and Palusot Ko'y Maybe that was performed by MNL48 Team N4. But at that time, everyone was surprised that MNL48 announced another set of Senbatsu just for the coupling song alone. Before that, they had previously announced the 6 single Senbatsu lineup, which was for River. And during that time, reports about the SARS-CoV-2 that later on breaks out to be the COVID-19 pandemic were already all over the news because it started as early as the latter part of 2019. Now, back to MNL48. During the MNL48 First Generation Festival, just like any other announcements, of course, it's an exciting moment for both MNL48 members and the fans. And what made it even more exciting is that most of the coupling song 6 single Senbatsu members are first-time Senbatsu members. And what made the crowd explode was when the center was revealed, and that was MNL48 Gem. The 6th single River, in which Sampung Taon Ng Sakura is included as a B-side track, should have been released sometime around April of 2020. That is because it is also the single that will carry the upcoming 3rd general elections, but unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic broke out and the whole Metro Manila was placed under enhanced community quarantine. And because of that, just like any other industries, MNL48 also had a challenging time to operate, and the release of the 6th single River has been postponed, same as the 3rd general elections. It came to a point that no one knows when the 6th single is gonna be released, and during the long wait, some of the members voluntarily quits from MNL48, and some of them are girls originally included in the Sampung Taon Ng Sakura Senbatsu. In March 16 of 2020, members Rowie, Lei, Rance, who is originally included in the River Senbatsu, and Isa, who is originally included in the Sampung Taon Ng Sakura Senbatsu, announced that they are no longer participating in the 3rd general elections, which means that they are also graduating from MNL48. On June 28 of 2020, MNL48 Team N4 Daryl announced that she will no longer participate in the 3rd general elections and will leave the group. And Daryl is also one of the original members of the Sampung Taon Ng Sakura Senbatsu. On September 30th of 2020, MNL48 Team N4 Captain Eka also announced that she will no longer participate in the general elections, and she is also one of the original Sampung Taon Ng Sakura Senbatsu. And on February 6 of 2021, MNL48 Team N4 member and 4th single center Ali announced that she will no longer participate in the 3rd general elections, and also along with MNL48 Ice. In the 3rd general elections, MNL48 Team L member Mari made it to rank number 34 and was considered as a reserve under girls. Under girls is usually from ranks 17 to 32, but since Halo Halo Entertainment announced in September 30th of 2020 that MNL48 will be reduced to 36 members, then MNL48 will not have next girls or girls within ranks 33 to 48. And on July 20th of 2021, Halo Halo Entertainment published an announcement stating that MNL48 Mary and Nair will be graduating from MNL48, and Mary is also one of the original Sampung Taon Ng Sakura Senbatsu. MNL48 sixth single River was released on November 27th of 2020, and normally in the past singles, it only takes 3 to 4 months before the music video of the coupling song is released. But in the case of the sixth single, since it's been too long that a music video for the coupling song hasn't been released, no one is expecting that Sampung Taon Ng Sakura will ever have a music video until September 11th of 2021 when MNL48 released a documentary video attributed to the sixth single coupling song, which is Sampung Taon Ng Sakura, Mga Alaala. Since the sixth single coupling song Senbatsu was announced until the documentary video was published on September 11th of 2021, 5 of the original Sampung Taon Ng Sakura Senbatsu members have already left the group, and to replace them, members MNL48K, Grace, Tin, Lara, and Isabel were inserted as replacements. According to MNL48 Gem, it was very challenging for them to make the documentary because Metro Manila was still in quarantine, and due to the lack of manpower and logistics limitations, MNL48 members themselves volunteered to help as production team, and they also helped the management to inquire about the locations to shoot the documentary video. And that's all I have for you guys in this video, and I hope you learned a lot of things about MNL48 sixth single coupling song Sampung Taon Ng Sakura, especially if you are a new fan or if you are a fan who is watching this content far in the future. And if you would like to see future contents just like this one, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you stay till the end of this video, I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, friends.